Welcome to the National Real Estate Network video training program. This video is part of a series designed to help beginning and experienced real estate investors with the different aspects of purchasing and investing in properties. Be sure to click the link in the description to purchase the full-length version, or become a member at 27monthlymeetup.com.
It is someone else that I am buying a property from on an option.
Don't use any of the stuff I'm giving
Okay.
This is seller favorable. I'll send you a separate buyer favorable agreement. And with that buyer favorable agreement, you're going to have an attached buyer favorable purchase agreement. So it's a different game.
Looking like what I okay.
So I can give you all that. You guys can all come back at no charge. I'll do a separate buyer favorable. Okay, is that fair? But I don't want to combine the two because I've done it in the past, and then people know. So look right here. Everything I'm giving you, see how it has SF, seller favorable. So my buyer favorable option has BF, buyer favorable. Don't get them confused, okay, everybody? You with me? Okay, so these are the forms we need. So let's go through the option agreement. Glasses. Okay. So the option agreements we're going to send you will be blank. We're going to send you a blank option agreement, but this is an example of one, okay? So I put numbers in it so you can follow everything through. So if you were doing one, you could actually say, oh yeah, this is what I want to put in. I'm accessible to the people in this room. If you're doing this, and you want to call me or ask me or come to a meeting earlier, I'll help you with an option agreement, okay? I'm not accessible if you're watching this on a video, unless you pay to join 27 Monthly Meetup. All right. So, in this case, we had somebody that, well, let's just read through it. So, option to purchase. This agreement made 2nd day of August 2015 between Davis and Davis is the optionor. So, what does that make you? See, the landlord or the tenant? Landlord. Correct. And then between John Smith, the optionee, that's the tenant. In consideration, a sum of $10,000 consisting of $3,000 cash. So we've got, he's paying a separate market rent, whatever it is, and then he's going to pay, he only had $3,000 more dollars. And so then we're getting a note for $7,000. $7,000 in the form of a promissory note attached, paid by the optionee, the receipt, which is hereby acknowledged by the optionor, the landlord. The optionor gives the optionee the exclusive option, right, privilege of purchasing certain real estate property located in the city of, and then Detroit, county of Wayne, in the state of Michigan, described as. I'm not going to put a full legal description in there. Why am I not doing that? I would if I was doing a buyer favorable. I don't want this recorded. This is not in recordable form. There's no notary, there's no nothing. I don't want to create a problem for the investor, for myself. Does everybody follow that?
You just put an address there then?
Yeah. You can put it real short and legal, you know. Okay. This option is subject to the following terms and conditions. And there's only going to be 10 of them. The option is not assignable by the optionee, the tenant, unless the optionor, the landlord, agrees separately and in writing. So I don't want them assigning it, okay? Unless I agree to it. The optionor grants the optionee the right to exercise this option for a period consisting of, then you're going to spell out the term from this date to this date. Usually a year if you've written the lease for a year. If you've written the lease for over a year, then legally they're bound for the maintenance. But I really don't want to bind them on the maintenance. I'm willing to help them with the maintenance if I need to. Okay, the optionor shall be released from, so if it exercised and expires February the 2nd, 2016. And the optionor shall be released from all obligations hereunder legal or equitable. The obligations shall cease if the consideration herabove received for by the optionee shall be retained by the optionor. So in other words, it's non-refundable if they don't do it within that time period. It's over. The optionee elects to exercise this option. The sale shall take place according to the terms of the attached purchase agreement, which has been initialed by the optionee and the optionor. If you want, you can have the tenant sign it, but it's just going to be initialed right now because you don't want them, both parties signing it, or this is out the door. Okay. So now, let's decide what price goes on this, on the purchase agreement. Whatever they agree to, or whatever the market price, or what you think the market price is going to be in a year. Go ahead.
On this, you credit for individuals, essentially that Davis is the seller. What if he owns in the name of an LLC? Should it be Davis?
Yeah, you would, absolutely. Yeah.
Just because, they might be the authorized representative of the LLC.
You would have the LLC showing there, and at the bottom, you would have it. When he signs it, it's authorized agent.
Okay.
You don't ever sign for an LLC where you just sign your name underneath it because you're signing personally. You always want to write under your name, it's authorized agent or its member. Okay?
Just doing a little due diligence and see
Yeah.
who's actually untitled.
Yeah. The other thing that's interesting that I had a partner when I first started out, he was like, he wasn't a partner, he's a loan shark. I had a loan shark partner when I started out. So he would always have me witness the promissory note over here. What was I doing? Obligated, yeah, 100%. What an idiot I was. So only one party signs a promissory note. You don't need witnesses. There is no witnesses to a promissory note. However, I guess if you're there and you want to have somebody with a lot of money witness it, good idea. But you need to understand what you're doing. So, okay, if the optionee elects to exercise this option, the sale shall take place to the terms of the attached purchase agreement, which has been initialed by the optionee and the optionor. Notice of election shall be given by the optionee in writing by registered mail, and then you put down an address. Never in the entire time that I did this did anybody ever send me a registered letter. Why am I doing that? Because if I'm the victim, the tenant in court, and he's saying I've got an option on this property, I'm going to have to show the judge, no, he has a separate rental agreement. This is separate. And I never received anything registered mail stating he was going to the option. The option ended here, or he hasn't met, because it says in this agreement that he has to pay all of his rent on time too. So you need to segregate it and have it spelled out. And I never had to present that in court. Never got raised.
Registered is because when you're doing eviction purposes, they say, just standard mail, not registered mail. So it's just the opposite. But you want them to have proof of these things too. Right? That's the one thing to ensure that doesn't happen.
I'm just trying to explain why I had all this stuff put in here. All provisions of the rental agreement between the optionor and the optionee pertaining to the aforementioned property shall be performed by the optionee, the tenant, or the option may be withdrawn by the optionor, the landlord, and the option consideration will be forfeited by the tenant, the optionee. So if you follow, he's got to make his payments time. Okay, the optionee agrees to accept the property agrees to accept the subject property in its current as-is condition. Should the optionor be required to make any repairs of any kind whatsoever to the property, the cost of such repairs shall be added directly to the purchase price purchase price stated in the purchase agreement. So in other words, you're locking them in into furnace or roof. The option consideration is for the sole purpose of granting the optionee the exclusive right to purchase the subject property at the stated price and terms. Number 8, the option to purchase will be terminated, all option consideration forfeited if the payment required in the option agreement or any payment required in the rental agreement is late for more than 10 days past the due date. Okay? So they gotta be timed. Now, I had a lot of times I had tenants that were late. What was my goal? To sell the property, right? So would I still honor that? Yeah. So I mean, it's your decision on what you're going to do. Let's say that they've signed a note with you for $20,000 and they've got a job in another state now, and they're moving out of the property. Are you going to hold them to the $20,000? But you're going to say, if I don't get that property back in better condition than I gave it to you, then you're going to owe this note, right? So you've got leverage, you've got them at risk. And when you're what your job is as a real estate agent is when you're bringing Todd a buyer, is to say, you know, he's put all this cost and fix up into this. I'm going to go try to sell this, but do you think that your parents can co-sign on this note? Can they come too? So you follow, if you can get them at risk, it's a good thing. I mean, Todd should be going, oh, thank you. You know, you should say that's why I charge all the option consideration towards the real estate commission.
Now they've got co-sign.
So you guys starting to see, if you're in the rental business, does it make sense to do this or to rent? I mean, even when you've got something like this where you set it up, like this is a really good deal for them, they should close on this. I'm saying that if you've got the thing running out like 12 months, probably only 50% more than where you've got it really tight, wash and close. If you've got somebody that already qualifies for the FHA and you've got it all put together, you can almost convert that into an immediate sell because you've got them paying all the amount closing costs, and you can structure it to where maybe they move in for a minute, but you could get it closed. But it'd be better to close it first. But now if you've got a pre-qualified FHA buyer and you can't match them up with anything, you don't need to. You've got a qualified buyer, and you as an agent can ask the owner to pay all the relevant closing costs, right? So, and they paid to come to you. Okay, so this option to purchase shall apply in buying the heirs, executioners, administrators, and representatives of the parties. Time is the essence, which means it has to move as quick as possible. And then in bold print, it says, in the event that the option E does not meet the terms and conditions contained in this agreement and the addendum, all option consideration paid will be kept by the option owner. So, and I'm not sure, I think I'm sure about this. The option consideration paid in the year that they paid it, I don't think it becomes a taxable event until it's enacted. I don't know.
I mean, it would depend on how you're structured in the tax piece. That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, generally it's really going to be a deposit until it's full.
So it's executed.
Yeah.
So does this is the crux of everything right here, one page. But it's one page that took years and years to figure out. So everybody,
Refining.
so I ask questions about this whole thing right now. Anybody have questions? how you're going to do this. You're going to run the ad in Craigslist. You're going to have them come to you to make application. And it'll be rent to own, and you can even say boost credit okay if you want. But what you're really looking for is now you are representing tenants that are willing to put themselves to risk to get in a property. You're representing people that probably will already qualify for an FHA and don't realize it. So you could put together. Now, when I did options, there's a street like 5 streets down called Tower.
Yeah.
You're familiar with it.
Right.
I did an option there. The guy gave me $5,000 down, and he had to pay an extra $100 a month, which he did. He paid market rent. While he was in the house, he put a brand new roof, furnace, and he was in the house for 6 years. He got a job out of state. He left the house dirty and moved out. Is that a good deal for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the power of that. I never doing this the whole time. The only thing that was different between having a security deposit and doing this was you could get your house back dirtier because there was nothing to give back. Although that was before I was doing notes. So if you've got a note, you've got some teeth. But you're never going to be able to get the note right. You're only going to be able to get it right in the beginning. And if you're representing a house that really is nice on the inside, they will go the extra mile to try to get the parents to sign, So.
In a seller's market like this, is there a big demand for the investors to want a lease option because they gotta have a lease house that you can find a seller?
Ask an investor. Would you be like a bring somebody like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
Their whole focus as an investors is the rental, and then they got to go. She's every day sending maintenance people out to fix stuff up. She's dealing with tenants not paying. She has no time to be doing this. Am I off on that?
No.
And when did we meet? A few minutes ago, right? I've lived it. Somebody like Todd or those guys that own the rental properties, they need you. And you need them because you're able to actually get people qualified for a mortgage that you may give to them or you may not. It's your decision.
What we find is that it's not enough people, or not enough real estate agents that know how to do this.
I'm gonna say that there's trouble.
They don't know. They don't
None.
understand the strategy. I've been researching, and they don't understand the strategy. They don't understand how to put it together. And so, yeah, definitely to have. I was gonna say I need to get your number. I'm sorry.
I would suppose to do this strategy.
Now you can sell 5 houses without a real estate license. You can get started now. There's no excuses for that. Right? But and then if you're putting deals together, as long as the realtor's doing it, if you've got a deal structured, do you think I'd be willing to look it over and charge you a minimum fee? I think you would. I would.
So if you were working with them, you could work with them.
Yeah. I just told you one that's willing to work. Okay, you follow? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't. What's key on this is to start advertising, get the flow of the people coming through.
Do you want to manage people, or do you want someone else to be there for you? That's really the bottom line. Right.
See,
Exactly. So that's, again, because that's just more time out of what you're trying to do.
so are you working a full-time job too?
No.
Okay. Who's
Thinking
working?
about going back to one.
Who's
honestly.
working? You're working a full-time job. Okay. So now you're running ads for Craigslist, right? And you struck a deal with somebody in a real estate office, and every time they come in, it's a $40 application fee, right? And you're sending them to a mortgage guy, but you're working your regular job. You follow your generating income. Yeah. Yeah. And then you've got somebody that's willing to work on with you because the mortgage guy said, yeah, this is a go. And you're going to bring him, somebody's already qualified for an FHA or only needs to have this done to their credit. He's going to put them into a pipeline. Nothing would make him more happy than to have 40 people in a pipeline where they need, this one needs this one needs that. He's calling them every day or every week following up. The whole, look at the back. That's Todd's stuff. Same concept, but it's for houses, active pending. So those are like, you got to have that. When I was doing fine fix and flip, I looked the same. You had this big board in my office, and you had all these that were pending. These were the ones being sold. He's got to have Alex. So now Alex has got something that he can offer his dad. If you know, at the right price and terms, if it doesn't work out, it takes any investor. That's in high demand in a place like Renegade.
I put my ad out last week. Got 3 offers within 5 days, and then I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't
Now
have
she's
a
got
mortgage
leads.
person to
Now
switch
you're
me
getting
to.
that
I don't
loan
have.
officer, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is when I go on Craigslist, I see that all the time. So I guess I definitely.
But those people are not doing what we're doing here. Nobody's doing this. I taught internet marketing, something I made an unbelievable amount of money on right now. I had 80 people in the room. I'm telling them exactly how to do it. None of them did it. Did you do it?
Yes, some of it.
But you didn't do what I was doing, right?
No.
Okay. Did I stand up in front of the room and tell you guys that I was making money, that I had big accounts and that?
Yeah.
I told you exactly what I was doing. I finally woke up and said, I'm not going to do that. I stopped the whole thing. But I'm stupid too. I was doing it for a couple of years. But it proves the point that you can offer. That's why people pay them $50,000 for those classes. They don't do anything with it. So you got to take action. The whole key to this whole thing is about taking action.
Oh, I was going to say, from the investor standpoint, the other thing is everyone wants cash and it's for saving. You don't know their motivation or they want cash and what they're negotiating down to. You're bringing up someone that is going to be a stream of income that's locked up. They're going to, maybe their reason for selling is also to offload their people and maintenance burden. And then on the other side, they're going to be able to determine taxes and a number of things. If I'm going to have 5 transactions over the next 5 years, as opposed to sell my 9 houses today and get nailed. So, are they all going to be motivated at that particular time? Not necessarily, but somebody's situation is always.
She's got a house all fixed up and it's ready to go. She cannot afford to let that house sit there vacant. So if you've got built-in buyers that can be put at risk, that's good stuff for her, right? And so maybe she has to negotiate a little bit with them or whatever. Her objective is she can get it sold. She'll make good money.
Well, and she still has her stream of income, which is what she was intending anyway, to have that rental for X so many years or whatever.
She can start putting her people into the houses with this program, and you're generating above average rents, right? So I know you don't have, she'll be your best friend.
And that's the retail mindset where if she sells her investment to another investor, they're going to be her upfront price.
Exactly, yeah,
Retail is all payment focused.
yeah, yeah. It's good stuff.
I feel like I'm missing a whole chunk, and I'm
No, ask questions, that's what this is about.
If I don't own any rental properties right now, and I want to do something like this, and I'm advertising in Craigslist, am I finding the renter buyer and then finding a property, or how does it work if you don't currently
you know what they need, now you can go out and get it.
Okay, that's, I just wondered.
Yeah,
what
you're-
you do when you don't.
Who you're representing is you go to the Macomb Real Estate Investors Association. So you're representing, you need to stand up and say, I've got buyers, renters that I can put at risk, ask me about it. And
Do I say that
go
it
under-
works through?
I don't know, because they're gonna mob you at the meeting.
Right.
Call your marketing guru and have them put up a
What-
Craigslist and get some leads in 2
What's
days.
your number?
Listen, there's a bunch of these guys that got the houses are done.
Right.
They have no problem that you hold that house open. Would you
When I
have
see,
a
when I
problem?
see people that have just
Right
done-
here,
Okay.
she's in front of
I was
you.
thinking I gotta get your name. So
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying, like,
Yes.
there's investors that don't have tenants or tenant buyers for the property.
They don't have
And
any.
I've been approaching them saying, hey, I'd like to go ahead and do a lease option on your property, and they say, okay, and that's where I was like, I get stuck, and that's why I was looking at the paperwork, and I was like, I don't think this is the paperwork I would use to put their property up under lease option and then get a tenant buyer. I understand exactly what you're saying, because I was doing it the opposite. I wasn't just doing it for my properties. I was doing it for properties that I wanted to get from other investors to put tenant buyers in. Am I
But
making
you still would use these forms, because these are still,
No.
you're-
She wants to control it. You want to
Exactly.
Be, she wants to be in
And that's what
between.
you're saying. You're
Right.
like, what do I do if I don't have a property and I don't have a tenant buyer?
But what do you do first?
She wants
Does
to
it
do
matter?
a, she wants to do a sandwich lease option. She wants to do a buyer favorable option agreement with them. And in that case, you're gonna have them sign, you're not going to sign.
I'm not
The
going
purchase
to,
agreement.
but I don't want to stay in the middle either. So I do want to do it as a lease option with, I don't want to stay in the middle and get payments on it unless if it's a favorable, where I can get payments on it. So my understanding is that the sandwich lease option is if I stay in the middle to get payments on it.
Well, you can just do the option by the property.
Yes.
You don't have to do the rental agreement.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I'd be doing it.
Okay.
Then I'd go find the tenant, so you wouldn't be a sandwich lease option, but you're just not at risk. But you're not at risk.
So you're
So
Because-
it's a bunch of investors out here that don't have tenants. So what I'm
Take
doing,
ice.
right, exactly. So I'm like, well,
We're
you
gonna
know what?
officially take a break, you know why? Because you get old, you gotta go pee all the time. I gotta go.
So what I do is I run and I find the buyer for them.
We're gonna start back up. Earlier, Frank told everybody he was a CPA. If they need to get hold of you, what's your phone number? Shout it out.
586-805-1040. 586-805-1040. Give me a call or send me an email, frank@reitaxcpa.com. reitaxcpa.com. Real estate investor tax CPA.
And you got
NLC is
ALCINI.
Okay, great. So, this is taking a few twists and turns, so I'm gonna back up now. And if you wanna control a property, there's a buyer favorable option. So if I'm gonna go to another landlord and I'm working for them and I wanna get in between, then I'm going, and you've got relationships with those landlords, then I'm gonna sign an option to purchase their property, not a rental agreement, just an option to buy the property at prices that we agree upon. So that investor, let's say it's a house that would retail for $45,000, but they're willing to sell it to you for $25,000 or $27,000. So now I enter a buyer's favorable option agreement, which I'll at another seminar show you how to do that. But what I'm going to do is my buyer favorable option agreement is reportable, because you want to be able to clout the title. It also is going to have in there that you could file a claim of interest against that property. And it's going to not have a rental agreement. They're just agreeing she's giving them $5 for the exclusive right and privilege to buy that property for $28,000 for a certain time period. And she says this 6 months or a year, so she's trying to go for a year. They're going to sign the agreement. Then she could lien the property, but it might be somebody she trusts, so maybe she doesn't. So now you've got that agreement, and the purchase agreement's attached to it. The purchase agreement says $28,000. It's a buyer favorable purchase agreement, so there's no tax prorations, so that he has to pay the prorations, and it covers everything that an investor would want. And he signs the purchase agreement because he might change his mind later. You don't. You just initial it. So it's not a binding purchase agreement yet. So now she finds the buyer under our other program, brings them to the table, and it closes. Then she now has it bought at $28,000, and the new person's buying it at $39,000. Okay, and she's still maybe $10,000 below retail because that buyer's buying it with whatever conditions. Does that make sense to you? You can do that.
Yes, absolutely.
And now you're not obligated. You're just structured in a good deal. And you can keep all the option consideration. You can do all that stuff. And then finally close, then you'll stay on top of it. So that's like being a realtor without a realtor's license, so to speak.
She's not paying 28.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Control. Real estate is about control. As a lead generator, it's still about control. I have properties with some people that you guys know where I'm 50% of the deal. They fucked up all the money. It's just because I got them an incredible lead, right? And if it was somebody I never dealt with, then I can option that property. So, that makes sense to you? So, now just looking at it as a business, so you're working a full-time job, you don't really want to, you just want to see how it works. So you can run an ad for rent to own. You got to have somebody they're going to come in and pay their deposit, and then you could, with Maureen, it's back. So do you want to say who the mortgage person is right now, or do you want to wait for them? We're going to try to line you up 2 or 3 mortgage people.
Yeah, no, you can start doing that.
Yeah, so she'll connect you, but he was supposed to be here in the meeting with us today, so I'm not going to bring anybody to you until I'm clear that they totally understand what their job is, okay? So that you don't lose the customer, okay? So now you're running your ad, you're bringing them in. Are you willing to do 50-50 with somebody that's bringing you? The people are here.
So I guess, okay, one part of the problem.
I'm looking to give you reasons not to back out.
No, I'm not back. I'm just trying to understand all the pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah, but you got to figure it all out. You don't have to figure it all out.
Okay, so you run this ad, and they don't get you, and they're running this credit thing, like right there. I can just do that.
Well, you're not running the credit.
Okay.
You're partnering with a loan officer
Okay.
who's doing it.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah.
doing.
You're
You're
charging
not
them for the
running someone's
application
credit.
fee.
I'm charging the potential buyer.
You're gonna get you're gonna get the application filled out, okay? And you're gonna pass that information along to the loan officer that you're working with, okay? And they're going to qualify them or tell you when they qualify.
We have a network that's got over 5,000 investors. And I first have to get you qualified and then ship it out to all those investors. I work directly with Eddie Williams against properties right now that are available in the show. And Alex, right now available in the show. But we first got to get an application from you. Are with you, ready to be shown, so you've got people that you're representing.
By clicking the link in the description below, You can purchase the full version of this video in all the forms mentioned within, for only $7.99. Or, if you like, you can get access to all of our real estate investing videos at 27monthlymeetup.com. The cost is only $27 a month, and includes all past meetings, 3 new meetings a month, plus all the forms mentioned. Thanks for watching.